I'll unmute myself there. When I just submit some blue cards, that's just too easy. We're gonna get there at some point. I'm gonna play the Esper Deathblade variants at some point. It no joke, it does. Like it really restricts some of the, like, you're like, all right, well, if we've got blue cards, like we've got brainstorms, we've got some ponders, we've got some sapcasters, we've got some deathrite shamans, like deck's like half built already. I'm 1-1 in this league. I beat a Maverick deck and lost to Storm. Punted to Storm pretty badly. This hand's fine. It's got Thoughtseize into Smuggler's Copter. Important, playing into the Miracles deck, it looks like. Let's go Nontron. It may not look like it, but this hand can actually crew the Smuggler's Copter here too, because this Verdant Catacombs can fetch for Dryad Arbor. And Dryad Arbor crews the crap out of Smuggler's Copter, let me tell you. Snapcaster, Counterspell. Probably just supposed to take the Snapcaster Mage here, right? Yeah, I feel like I take the Snap, and then next turn I can run the Brutality into the Counterspell. Another Thoughtseize. I'm going to leave that for a turn. That way we can go 1/2 next turn. Let's go ahead and grab Savannah here. Yeah, they don't have anything to punish us for getting non-basics. So I'm expecting this to get Counterspell, which is fine. I'd want to take the Counterspell anyways. You know what? There might have been some merit to this getting a black source here, because the Lotus.monk, the Lioness, I can't even pronounce that username. Thank you for the brand new subscription. Welcome. I probably should have fetched a black source with this, since I'm going to get Dryad Arbor with this. That's a Thalia. Alright, well, I guess I'm going to play my land out first in case they have Spell Pierce. Thank you for the subscription. I do appreciate that. Subscriptions are the best way you can support my content as an individual, so thank you. Predict Jace Plow. I'm just going to take the Jace. It's definitely the most powerful card here. So they have Predict Plow, Terminus, and I'm going to go ahead and play the Smuggler's Copter here, so that way they don't have anything to plow this turn. Deathrite Shaman. Alright, yeah, I think I'm just playing this Thalia out here. We know all three of the cards in their hand. I'm going to play Thalia and crew the Smuggler's Copter. Holding this land for now because we might want to loot it away, depending on what we draw. If they let the Smuggler's Copter trigger. They might plow the Copter. If they plow the Copter, we'll just run the Dark Confidant out. If they don't... Oh, that's how Karakas and Thalia works. This is actually fine. If they let us get a loot trigger here, I'm just going to discard the Thalia. I forgot that that was going to happen, but everything's working out better than expected. Or are they going to plow this too? That would be great. They let me get a loot trigger and they're plowing this so I can play Dark Confidant afterwards. God bless opponent. Little missequence of mistake on the opponent's part there. So I would love to loot away this Thalia that I'm never going to be able to keep in play since you have a Karakas out. To play this, let's get a Scrubland here. And let's play this Dark Confidant. Their hand is Predict and Terminus, so they might just cycle the Predict here. I kind of need an answer to this Bob, right? Bob's gonna get to draw a card. I love when Bob draws cards. It's my favorite. We hit Sylvan Library. Is that good? If so, why? Please explain. Am I okay running into a Snapcaster Mage here? I feel like I'm not. I'm gonna start by wastelanding my opponent's Tundra. Fuck. They driven. Oh, geez, this is so bad for me. Holy crap. They get to take my Sylvan Library here, too? Wow. Wow, I messed that up. That's really unfortunate. Good God. So I was tilting there. I'm probably supposed to cycle this, right? And, like, try and hit a plow to save this Bob. Okay, we did not hit a plow to save the Bob. Alright, so we really messed that up, it turns out. Ways to not sequence. So opponent messed up with their Smuggler's Copter thing. I should have played around them drawing a thing like that. Oh, look, they drew a Terminus that they couldn't play because Gaddock Teeg. Oh, and now I have a Teeg that they can Karakas. Ah, Karakas is so annoying. Just a comedy of errors. We're going to hold this extra land in case we draw another Smuggler's Copter. I guess I should have wasted their Karakas, knowing I guess I only have 2 other legends in my deck, like this one Teeg and this one Thalia. Am I just replaying this? I feel like I'm just replaying this, so I can't get Terminused. I don't have a lot else going on. Man, imagine if I had a library and still had a Dark Confidant. Unsure. I think we're just pressuring with this Dryad Arbor. Pretty sure that's real. Tidehollow Sculler. Alright, well, let's start by getting our beat on. Let's go white, black. I guess they go like end step Brainstorm here. Untap, Karakas this, untap, do away. So I guess I'm not supposed to play anything else out here. I think I'm just supposed to let them, just like pressure them with what I have left here. Alright, that was a blind predict. I'm going to pick my Teeg back up here, I assume. The Shaman can go to town on my opponent's crypt, making their Snapcaster Mages a little bit worse. God, I can't even imagine how far ahead we'd be if Snapcat or Bob had drawn Smart Card to made a Sylvan Library in play. Like, unreal. How much farther ahead we'd be right now? Predict, sure. I'm just cycling stuff here. Just. Okay, yep. Sure. That's certainly a thing. Well, if we find a Wasteland, I guess I'm just playing the Sculler out to add more pressure then, right? Is that worth it? Is it worth running a third thing into here? So, like, next turn they play a land, and then assuming they draw another land, they're going to get to... This will only get one hit in, so that doesn't seem worth it. I guess I'll just play Teeg, because I might as well. I'm going to fetch this now, so that there's no shenanigans. Get the Bayou. That way they can't, like, deploy a Snapcaster Mage in response here. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and eat this plow. Yeah, I'm just going to eat the plow now. Probably should have eaten that last turn. This lets them snap a cantrip, I guess, but they'd get to snap plow me. If we're a truly skilled magician here, we'll draw a Wasteland, so that way we can waste this Karakas and then stick this Teeg, so they can't, grapple with the 5-month resubscription. As we continue spewing value here from... Yeah, maybe because they've got so many Terminuses in their hand, I'm just supposed to let them snap plow one of my guys here. And just, like, use this at end of turn. Yeah, I probably miffed this up. Not a lot of small sequencing mistakes here. Or big, depending on how you look at it. Again, just like the Sylvan Library was definitely the largest. Alright, we found use for Gaddock Teeg. Spin this bad boy. We like brainstorming in response here. Okay, so they're putting Terminus back on top of their deck. That's fine. I don't think I want to ship with this Dryad Arbor. If they Terminus this back into my deck, we can fetch it back out again later. And the Dryad Arbor that just keeps coming. So long Teeg. We don't actually know the contents of their hand. One of these Terminus is almost certainly on top of their deck right now. Go ahead and pass the turn. And they binned another one. Okay, so the third Terminus is probably going off the top here. Weird. Alright, I'm gonna eat Portent out of here, I think. Are we just gonna plow this then? And then pressure my Liliana with the Snapcaster? That's interesting. I'm gonna snap plow this and then attack my Liliana for 2. Okay. That's interesting. I think I'm supposed to plus this. Okay, they get the last Terminus. I think that's an okay trade for me. And now they'll have to send both of these at Liliana next turn, and then, like, hopefully this can grind them out. We're both playing off the top of our decks here. Oh, jeez. Seriously? That's, I mean, they set that up. Yep. So, our big mistake this game was two big mistakes. First one was not, first big mistake was not getting the Sylvan Library into play. The second big mistake was, not wastelanding the Karakas as opposed to the Tundra, because then the Gaddock Teeg wasn't good enough. If Teeg would have just been able to sit on the table, it would have stopped a lot of what they had going on. Speaking of Teeg, let's bring in the second one. Thalia's not particularly great. Plow's kind of medium minus. We have Brutality and Liliana and Council's Judgment to kind of deal with whatever troops that they have. We'll bring in one or two mentors out of the board usually, but we got like Jitte and stuff and things to keep them in check, so. Bringing in Judgments for like not only mopping up the Monastery mentors, but also Jace the Vine Sculptor. They have 2 to 3 Jace in their 75. This is certainly not a combo, but if Teeg's on the table, we probably... Kills Moat. Are they playing Moat? Is that a thing? I feel like you're really undervaluing how awkward an Entreat the Angels drawn early is. In Legacy, it's free because you have Brainstorm. Unkeepable magic hands. Doo-da. That's pretty good. Alright, let's see if we can make our Bob do work this game. Important Flusterstorm counterspell, you say. I'm just going to take their Portent away here, and then hopefully this Bobby can punch the clock and go to work. I'm going to play Dark Confidant on 2 here, and then get under the counterspell. They brought in Flusterstorm. That's so weird. What do they want to be Flusterstorming in this matchup? Yeah, right? I'm glad. It's like, I'm sure they just drew a plow off the top, so... I've seen this story before. I know how it ends. The pitches to force, right? Okay. Alright, well, Bob's going to undo our mulligan here. God bless him. Revealed Liliana the Veil. Alright, let's play Tidehollow Sculler. Because I'm trying stuff, Storm Shutters. I don't know what's good and what's bad, and we're just trying different things out. There's the counterspell we knew was coming. Attack with Dark Confidant. I don't know, maybe I'm a perfectionist, but like, we went 5-5 with the deck list we played last night, so that's like doesn't seem, things that are very solid usually don't perform slightly better than that. It's not currently, Max. I'm really bad about that. The lack of an API in this game is such a tilt. Alright, so we're clicking me now. I think that's good for me, because that means I'm going to get to kill this and then attack with this Bob. So, like, I'm going to lose the Liliana the Veil here and then possibly get to draw land. You have to take the Liliana here, right? Yeah, okay. Since I drew another Bob... Yeah, I think I'm just escalating this, discarding a Bob, and I'm going to kill their thing and take an instant or sorcery out of their hand. I think this is reasonable. Predict, Flusterstorm, Brainstorm. Well, I'm going to take the Brainstorm away because it makes the Predict much worse. Now their hand just, like, basically doesn't do anything. I'm sure we're about to tilt off when they Miracle this Terminus, but... You know, that's what it is. And, like, it's just a collection of reasonable cards, right? I wanted Sylvan Library as, like, a really powerful magic card. Like, there's not that much green in this build, right? Like, I kind of wanted to play a Dryad Arbor anyways, and, like, at that point, if I'm playing a Dryad Arbor, can I play Sylvan Library? And, like, if I'm playing supporting Sylvan Library, can I play a couple, like, Gaddock Teegs? Like, there's not that much green in the deck. Tidehollow Sculler flipped into the enter zone here. You got another click, or you just leave your stop there? Just left your stop. Okay. I'm gonna lead on this. See what they have going on. Don't want to run into a Snapcaster Mage or a click. I don't think Tarmogoyf's that good in Legacy. I want my 2-drop to generate value, not just like be a giant dumb beater. I'll add it to my tapped out page in a little bit. Look at that, he says as he looks at his opponent's hand with his Snapcaster Mage in it. God bless you, little Deathrite Shaman. This card makes this matchup a lot better. It's like grind them out. I don't think Nick Fit is doing anything particularly powerful, and Legacy is the problem. Stoneforge Mystic, you say? Attack with these two. We're just gonna stick this Garruk, right? You can just like never beat this card. He's gonna predict in response to try and find something to counter this. Did you get there? You did not. Alright, make it 2-2. Guess I should have attacked with this. So, like, people like to say stuff like that all the time, like, this is similar to, like, what you're doing, and, like, in reality, like, we have the same color, so, like, sure, I could see, like, you kind of making an argument for them being similar, but I'd like to argue that, like, the decks are just, like, completely functionally different, like this from Nick Fit. Like, the Dark Confidant Stoneforge Mystic package is just vastly, vastly different. Sure, click targets me. You're still just dead here, right? Your last card is just taking some information on their way out. Oh, they're clicking the Flusterstorm out of their hand that shouldn't be in their deck. That's fair. Alright, so... Okay. Did we hit a plow? Unexpectedly absent? I guess I didn't do a thing here yet. You got a Snapcaster Mage? Looking for a plow on their side. Are these Miraculous good? I mean, they seem fine. They have a lot of tools that you need. They're definitely much worse against the combo decks, which is probably a good place to be. Like, the control deck probably shouldn't have a good combo matchup. It seemed like it worked out. I kind of want my last piece of 1-mana discard. Kind of want this last piece of 1-mana discard. Maybe Tidehollow Sculler is a bit of a liability. You could see Truman wanted him on the draw. I like Collective Brutality because it, what's it called? It kills their idiots in addition to being a discard spell, so I'm going to do that. Having a play on 1, and, like, especially having, like, this list might want a 6th piece of 1-mana discard. I only have 1 Inquisition. I've been playing 2 in the other builds, just straight black-white builds. This hand is super reasonable. Let's try not to ham sandwich it. Get a Scrubland on 1. Opponent mulligan. Sign me up. We got 2 Smugglers Copter, but hopefully the first Looter Scooter can loot away the second one if we don't need it. Or if they plow this one, we'll have back up to play. Yep. Watch him Flusterstorm my Thoughtseize on 1. How good would that be? Garruk's great. I think it's better than 4-mana Gideon if you have access to green mana. You'll notice there's no 4-mana Gideon in this deck. I think Garruk is just better. Can double as a removal spell. Well, that hand is fantastic. Look at that. What a... Yup. That's certainly a thing. Alright, let's try not to mess this one up. Yeah, I guess we're just, like, doing this and getting... What am I getting with this? It's gotta just be Batterskull, right? Like, make him kill this if he hits a Snapcaster or a Plow. Did you hit Snap? You hit Plow? Sure. Alright, well, we know the contents of their hand. Play out my Dryad Arbor. Sinkhole's pretty bad. Sinkhole probably hasn't been playable since Delvers existed in the format. Copter wearing Batterskull, right? When fetch land, screw Smuggler Copters. I should probably just, like, hop in the scooter here, right? I could loot into something reasonable. Probably just bidding this Marsh Flats at this point. The Wasteland will probably be okay at some point in my future. Yeah, I have plenty of colors here. So you can get a Bayou. Then I've got double black, double white. I don't need double green, but that's a thing that exists too. Let's play Tidehollow Sculler. See what their fourth card is. I'm gonna take a picture of this one. Oh, that's too funny. Alright. Well, I guess I'll take that one. I already played a land for the turn. I was thinking I could play out another Smuggler's Copter. That was a mistake. I probably should have played out the other Smuggler's Copter there. Look, if you're going to put 4 Terminus in your deck, you're going to draw them sometimes. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You put 4 Terminus in your deck, you're going to draw them some amount of the time. I would love to draw a card and discard a card. Discard the Swamp. I'm going to waste them off of this Tundra. So if they draw Jace, they can't play it. I'm going to play a Dark Confidant. Double Liliana, you don't say. Is that good? If so, why? Probably just looting away the second scooter at this point, right? Need a backup Liliana? I probably don't need a backup Liliana, actually. I think I'd want a backup scooter more than a backup Liliana. I guess I'm discarding another thing to this Liliana activation, so I'll discard this scooter to this. I agree. Crewing the Copter with the land is aces. We're gonna waste them off of this Karakas. Yeah, this Dryad Arbor is probably worth the Greed Splash alone. It's kind of adorable. Totes adorbs. Oh, geez, did they hit their Entreat? Because all their Terminuses are in their hand or underneath this. So that pause during the draw step must have been Entreat. Alright, well, we're 2-1 now. Won that match in spite of myself. Thoroughly threw game 1 in a dumpster fire. But snuck out the last 2. Yeah. Yep. I punted game 2 to him. I lost 0-2. I punted game 2. He killed me on turn 1, I think, in the first one. And then game 2, I drew an extra card off a Sylvan Library, and it let him natural tendrils me. So it was a mistake. Hey, squishy. Yeah, we just started too. I'm only going for 30 minutes. Yeah, right? Like, and it might even be an argument to, like, even though we're base black-white, just, like, max out on the green fetches, right? It's like cut to 2 Marsh Flats and play 4 Windswept Heath. Oh, Dryad Arbor. Things these lands do not make. Black mana. Oh, magic. These hands technically have lands and spells in them. Technically have lands and spells in them. No, I don't think so. You want Wasteland in the combo matchups, and you just want lands in general in the fair matchups. It's pretty decent. Yeah, I'll keep a second Stoneforge Mystic. It's like this one Dryad Arbor just like fucking glued to our opening hand. Elves. Okay. So we're getting Savannah here, so we have all of our colors. What am I getting with Stoneforge Mystic? It's probably Batterskull, right? I think I want the first one to be Batterskull. Because then later down the line we can like play Jitte and equip Jitte in the same turn with this other one. I would love to use Stoneforge Mystic's ability. Get this Batterskull. The Batterskull like blunts their early offensive, but we're gonna die to their combo draws. And attack first, and then play your green spells. Cheerio. Sylvan Library. Love this magic card. It's like a green Sensei's Divining Top. Deathrite Shaman. Alright, we'll just pass here. I don't have a second land, that's good for us. And I didn't have another elf to play out. Play Heritage Druid and then Cradle and just like slaughter me. Those all the green cards we got? Yeah, I think that's all of them. Yep. Visionary. Vision is scary. Start a revolution. This engine is really powerful. You get to draw a card and bounce the city at every turn. Let's see if they hit a land here. If they hit a land here, they get to draw another card this turn. Seems really bad for us. Yeah, the Elves matchup is tough for these fair decks. Like, this is the type of deck that, like, the Elves deck is built to prey on. We've got some good tools post-board. Gaddock Teeg is actually very good in this matchup. This matchup is one of the reasons why I put a second in here. We've got a couple of Toxic Deluges as well. We actually kind of want to hit a land here, right? Another Stoneforge Mystic. So I guess I start by attacking with this. Tomorrow I have a family cookout. I feel like this. Well, if this Batterskull was Jitte, nothing would be happening right now. My opponent would block with an elf and then return said elf to their hand and just like fog the Jitte counter. So like this 10 out of 10 is better than Jitte would have been here. In like a not particularly close manner. So Wirewood Symbiote is elf's best tool against Umezawa's Jitte. They block the Jitte'd creature with an elf and then return the elf to their hand so it never deals damage, never gets any Jitte counters. Now the argument becomes, do I want to go Stoneforge Deathrite or do I want to go Sylvan Library Deathrite? I think I want to go Stoneforge Deathrite, and I can get Sword of Feast and Famine with this, which will let me untap my mana again next turn and like be kind of resource efficient. That being said, like if they start generating mana, we're probably just dead, but that's what it is. Yeah, I think we get Sword next. Because the sword like lets us empty our hand out too. It kind of pressures their hand. It makes this bigger and could start gaining us life. Like if we gain enough life, they're choked enough on mana that like if they hoof, they might only be able to attack with like 2 or 3 creatures, and then like maybe we can block and gain enough life to not die. We're probably still dead, but you know, things to think about. Sword of Feast and Famine. And then even if we don't draw a land next turn, this Deathrite Shaman gets to make a 4th mana for us, so we get to go put sword into play, equip sword, attack, untap my lands, play second Stoneforge Mystic, or third Stoneforge Mystic, go get Umezawa's Jitte. Alright, new to you, opponent. Oh yeah, probably dead here. This says whenever they cast a creature spell, they draw cards, so they're just going to play out a whole bunch of 1-mana idiots and draw a bunch of cards here. That's one of the many reasons this matchup is not good for us. While my opponent does their thing here and I'm auto-passed, I'm going to run upstairs and put my chip dip in the fridge so it doesn't go bad. They're gonna be a little while. Don't get too bored. Man, Natural Order is a fucked up card. We're just dead no matter how I slice this, right? This is 2132 coming across. This gains me 8 technically. 9, 10, 11, 12. I can technically live, but the game is over. Alright. Let's put some music on while we die here. Lose this match, win the next one, finish the league, the ever-present 3-2. Question all of our life decisions up until this point. Liliana the Veil's pretty bad in this matchup. Garruk's probably better. I don't think I want any of these other cards. Honestly, this matchup's bad enough that we probably wouldn't hate having a Cage or a third Teeg. Cage is probably better than the third Teeg. Solver's point, the Batterskull wasn't going to do anything. The Batterskull would have been much better than the Jitte had we not gotten comboed. Like, if my opponent, add Fright, add Force of Brainstorm. I probably should just play the Bant Blade deck. I really just want to play Dark Confidant. Like, can I play blue and still play Dark Confidant? Is that allowed? This hand is going to get eaten alive by, what's it called? Glimpse of Nature, but it's got Teeg into Stoneforge, so it's probably fine. Green Sun. No, Deathrite. Alright. I'm just going to fetch now. Really don't want to draw a land. I think I'm just supposed to Teeg on 2 here. I guess I could Copter. Like, next turn go Thoughtseize, Teeg, Crew, Copter, attack. Yeah, I kind of like that better, actually. They Green Sun next turn, they Green Sun next turn. Mona Lisa, run this town. Whoa, Mona Lisa. Sure. Awkward that we gave them the fetch, but it is what it is. Yep. They have land here and another 1-drop elf. Oh god, we're just fucking dead. That's great. I guess we should have played the Teeg. Remember when I said the matchup was bad? Remember when I said the matchup was bad? I guess we can technically draw 1 Toxic Deluge here, right? Alright, well, we tried, fam. We can play this Copter on 2, right? What's the worst that could happen, right? It's the worst that could happen. Oh, Legacy. Oh, Legacy. I wish there was one format in Magic right now where I could just, like, hang out and, like, play fair deck things against other fair deck things. That's all I really want to do. I just want to, like, play a nice, good, grindy game of Magic where, like, the only chance I have of dying is, like, them playing... Oh, god damn it. This is my buddy who plays Big Red, and we just lost the fucking die roll. So dead. Limited is so miserable. Limited is so miserable. I want to play Constructed. More than you bargained for yet. I don't want, like, the variance of, like, what we're opening and how we're drafting to affect the top. I just want to, like, tune a deck list and, like, play something sweet and constructed. I mean, this hand is great in this matchup. It's, like, as good as far as the cans go. It's got a basic swamp. It's got Thoughtseize in it. Need a really round. Sugar, we're going down swinging. I'll be your number one with the bullet. Loaded gun complex, cock it and pull it. We're going down in a really round. Dealer's choice, right? Pick how we die. Pretty sure it's sneak attack. Pretty sure it's sneak attack. Yeah, Hex is really good. Hex doesn't have regular constructed tournaments right now. Man, I really wish they just had regular constructed tournaments. That's all I want. They just draw sneak attack. Holy shit, they just drew sneak attack. God bless America. Oh no, they drew Chalice. Oh god. Yep. That's smart. It's not like all the spells in my deck cost that much mana. Alright. I guess this is what we're doing. There's more idiots than cheaters in their deck. Yep. I guess I should have saved the Wasteland, since that was a city. Come on, can I just hit a land, please? God bless us, everyone. I don't think Abrupt Decay, like, this is just like adding Abrupt Decay because of this is just like super results-based thinking. Just like, Abrupt Decay does not fix problems that we have, so like, let's not even talk about it. The truth of 1,000 lies, so let mercy come and wash away what I've done. Face myself, cross out what I've begun, erase myself. Na na na, thought of me. And we drew sneak attack. Yep, good beats. Alright, well. Wash away. Opponent now has infinite live top decks. I think I'm actually supposed to eat the Emrakul here, because it takes a live draw out of their deck. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to eat the Emrakul here because it takes a live draw out of their deck. Their last card's Emrakul, and we know about that. This also notably puts me above 15 life, so we technically don't die to World Spineworm, but we're not a World Spineworm. Just, yeah, for all intents and purposes here. Start again. For pain, man. Good stuff, Heiz. Good stuff. Well, he's down to 4. done, na, 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 what I've done. Well, let's Thoughtseize. Perfect. That actually means I can start. I think I'm gonna bend Stoneforge here. Yeah, I'm gonna bend Stoneforge. And so now next turn I can alt this and like do Chalice and Mountains versus Ancient Tomb and Sneak Attack. And then play this other Liliana out. Gotta fade in one more draw here. In someone's hands, they're bound to feel it away. Your mistakes, 'cause they'll find you, hurt you. And he said, if you wanna get out alive, go run for your life. If you wanna get out alive, run for your life. Because I don't really care if he has these colorless lands with a sneak attack. Like, lets him cast exactly another Chalice. I don't really care about that. She said, as he faded away, don't I to imagine. Yeah, that's fair warning. In the evenings, you have to put up with me doing karaoke. And you don't get to actually hear how the songs are supposed to sound. So, we're just going to go Liliana. Discard this. And I'm going to go ahead and put this Dark Confidant into play. Get out alive. Yeah, he can just cast cards. That's another. Well, right under the gun again. It won't be long till I'm burning on the inside. Plow's actually a decent hit. To the other side. I don't have anything for this to eat that's a spell, so we're just attacking for 4 here. Fade one more draw step. Not Emrakul. You have one of them. Go run for... Alright, he's dead. Get to attack him for 3, and then plow our own guy, and then eat the plow with Deathrite Shaman. If you... Okay, Teaglesworth is fine. I'm pretty sure we bring in the Surgicals. Council's Judgment and Thalia seem fine. Umezawa's Jurgit is not great. Collective Brutality doesn't have a lot of text on it. Do I want all these Surgicals? I probably don't want all of these Surgicals in this matchup. Trim Smuggler's Copter. Is Sylvan Library just not fast enough? I could see that being. I could see this just getting rid of it. He's going to have like Kozilek's return out of his sideboard. Another annoying things like that. Maybe I don't want all these plows. Split the difference on these. Maybe I just don't want these Surgicals. I could see not wanting the Surgicals. I think Copter's better than Library. It's just because it pressures them. That's fair. It's colorless to cast too. Okay. I'll buy because it's colorless to cast too. And do this. I put in a couple brutalities just because there are 2 mana spells, so I can play it through Chalice on one. Let's do that. Everything was falling through. That everyone I knew was waiting. This version is much worse against Blood Moon than my other one. In case the mana base didn't imply that. So this hand is just like pick your poison, right? Like this hand is like, I guess it's not even good against Blood Moon, right? Because they can just like Blood Moon me on 1 and it doesn't have any discard or anything in it. I guess we'll mulligan. I think I'm supposed to keep this at 6. I get to fetch a basic at least. It's probably worse than the other one. Bottom that. Left in overtime. Please just be Chalice. Please just be Chalice. Steal. No, no. This hand was suddenly better than the other one, since we're not getting Chalice now. Or the other one wouldn't have been able to cast the Deathrite Shaman. I don't really like Contaminant Priest. I think it's a little bit too narrow. Snack attack. Yep. Yep. Well, I mean, like, in a world where they don't have it, am I supposed to just hold Plow up here? There's no way I'm supposed to hold Plow up here. I think if they have it, we're just dead. I can't even hold up Plow. They have Chalice on 1. Derp. Am I smoking? Let's play this and hope not to die. Technically not dead yet. Getting close, but technically not dead yet. The council is not very amused with the sneak attack. Hey, what does playing Teeg do there? Don't last, I'm losing you and it's effortless. Okay, I mean, knows I'm in over my head with 8 seconds left. Alright, they do just get to cast their big scaries here if they draw them. No big scaries yet. Alright, here's my sword. Everyone knows I'm in over my head. See if he's got Sudden Shock or K return here. They're definitely both cards that are in his deck. Yep. It's unfortunate. Nothing that we can do about that there. Like, that's the line regardless. Okay. Liliana the Veil. We got 3 of them. I think the brutalities get better knowing that they have Sudden Shocks and K returns in their deck. I think I believe that about myself. All the small things, truth cares, truth brings. I mean, okay, yep. It's got a discard spell into a threat. Do another discard spell, sign me up. You'll be at my show, watching, waiting, commiserating. Say it ain't so, I will not go. Na 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 na. I think we're just supposed to Sculler here. Song or Steel Hellkite? It's kind of close. say it ain't so, I will not go. I guess I'm going to take the song away, because they hit sneak attack or breach. That's real bad for us. You're jealous? Sure. Right on time, Deathrite Shaman. Right on time, Deathrite Shaman. I think it's just the sword. I don't think I want to fetch Dryad Arbor here, because they know we have Kozilek's Return in their deck. I don't think I want to get destroyed by that. It's real good. I'm pretty sure I just want to get my sword going this... Oh, I can do both, right? Because the sword untaps my lands. God, this sword is great. Let's see if they drew a thing. I'd like to put this one into play. Please don't have drawn a thing. God, he drew a thing. Oh, God. God bless. He played the mountain that we knew about. There's that. Alright, now the question becomes... So we're playing Sir Teaglesworth out here. And now the question becomes, do I want to equip Teeg with the sword? I probably do. You know, they have Emrakul, Hellkite. We don't know one other card in their hand. I guess them getting mana back for this Hellkite's real bad for us, though. I think I'm just supposed to pass here. What do you think? This is like a pretty important decision, I think. Do we protect Teeg or do we protect the Tidehollow Sculler? Unforgivable. Is it Teeg? But like, how do we beat the Steel Hellkite, right? Like we just like can't. Like if they kill this Tidehollow Sculler, they only need one more piece of mana. Yeah, I think I'm just supposed to pass here. If they kill the Tidehollow Sculler, they only need one more piece of mana to put the Steel Hellkite in play, and we probably just can't beat that. Living Dead. So if I do this... Yeah, I can do this and get the Batterskull, and then put the Batterskull in with this. And then next turn I could actually... Oh, I'm one mana short. I can't actually equip the Batterskull yet. Now am I supposed to protect the Teegs inside the Batterskull? Does Batterskull plus Sword let me beat the Steel Hellkite? I think Batterskull plus Sword actually lets me beat the Steel Hellkite here. Can I just, like, stay the course? Probably just supposed to... yeah, I feel like if we don't get... Although I guess, like, if he has it here, he's going to kill Teeg in response. Like, it doesn't really matter. I think I'm just supposed to pass. Actually, I'm probably supposed to put the Batterskull in already. Because they have Sudden Shock. I feel real dumb when the Stoneforge Mystic gets Sudden Shocked. Well, I guess they're... No, they're not dead on board then. We're just being all sorts of... I said GG's in chat, so we're going to finish out at 3-2. Get our fun points in a treasure chest back here. Thoughts, opinions. I feel like I'm gonna play this deck again. I need one more card. I need one more card for elves. I think I have a cage. I put a Grafdigger's Cage in this board over something. Hate that. Like, what is the cage? Excuse me, the cage better than? Do I need 2 Rest in Peace in here? I've got 4 Deathrite Shaman. This is probably isn't an unreasonable cut. I think I like that. Yeah, I think I like Cage. Like, this doubles the Storm hate, too, and I really hate losing to Storm, so... Another consideration, too, like, is the 2 Thalia main a better hedge than playing 2 Gaddock Teeg main? Like, Teeg kind of hedges the Miracle matchup better, I think, than Thalia does. And, like, they're both reasonable against Storm. Thalia's a little bit better against Storm, but Teeg's better against Elves, so, like, we can steal some games against Elves that way. Kaya's for grinding. She's for the Jace the Mind Sculptor decks. These two slots are basically, like, these are the Jace the Mind Sculptor slots. There's actually another Batterskull that's not. It's way over here because Magic Online. So, like, Splash Blue just play Jace, right? Yeah, let's just run it back like this, put a cage in and play it again. Yeah, the problem is, like, him's really bad in the Delver matchup. Him's really bad in the Delver matchup. I dream of keepable 7s. Seems decent. It's a little land heavy, but 2 of them are wastelands. I did not have an opinion on Kaya when she first got spoiled because I wasn't playing Legacy at that time. Easy bottom there. Well, I mean, I'm glad we put the cage in the board, I guess. Take their natural order here. We can plow their Deathrite next turn. Their hand is super mana heavy. Oh. Mulligan, bottom land, draw land. Missionary is one of their better draws here. Yeah, that's one of our better draws here. 10 out of 10. I should have played the Swamp. I'm not wastelanding them here. This might scare them off of playing the Cradle. 10 out of 10 grabbing Jitte. If we can get this going before they get Symbiote. Oh, fuck me. They've got a Rex Sage in their hand. That was dumb. I guess I'm fine trading Jitte for just 2 idiots. It's just running the 2 cards we can't beat. So this means they can now block with an elf and then return that elf immediately to their hand so they never actually take damage. That's unfortunate. We get nothing. Nothing. This game's probably over. Yep. Another land. Alright, sure. Both teams tried hard. The game's not over for a couple more turns, but we have lost. And these hum much stronger than my demons. And these hums. Please stop your hearing me. Enemy. Alright, ready to give it the old college try here again. Got a couple more tools. Bilbo the Burglar with the tip in the jar, thank you. So my music actually is just coming off of Pandora, so I actually can't select the music that we're listening to. It just picks the music that it deems worthy. I'm gonna mulligan this hand. It just like doesn't do anything particularly powerful. We don't have any sideboard cards. I don't think we don't want to keep a hand that doesn't do anything. God bless America. I'm gonna keep this and just hope to scry into a black source. No, I'm basically just not playing Paper Magic events. Paper Magic events are expensive and difficult to have a return on. It like takes a lot of time out. Please stop, you're killing me. Yeah, right. Just the nicest of mana bases, really. Please stop. Is this the same person we lost to in the last league? I feel like it probably is. In the opinion of lands and legacy, I think it's a fine metagame deck. Look at that. It's a hate card, it crews Smuggler's Copter, it slices, it dices. Get to the chopper, Gaddock Teeg, get to the chopper! I would love to loot. Thank you for asking. God bless America. Yeah, I'm getting at the tail end of a plague that my toddler brought home from preschool. Bilbo the Burglar with the 100-point cheer. Thank you, I do appreciate the tip. Yeah, maybe we can get a game here. I'm gonna dream big. Got Teaglesworth here. We're gonna draw a black source next. God, if we did run a black source on that loot, just been like Thoughtseize you this turn, we've been so in this. If we had a black source this turn, we can Collective Brutality this, plus strip an Incineroar Sorcery out of their hand. Like, maybe be in it. And, like, follow up with this Toxic Deluge at some point. We want to kill this pre-Deluge, so that way they can't save one of their elves. Oh, never mind. We're just dead? Wait. They have land drop still, so we're gonna go land heritage druid and then kill me. Get to the chopper, Gaddock Teeg. Get to the chopper. Maybe I'm just supposed to save this. I feel like I have to, like, we have a lot of, like, black mana and spells we can just cast, right? That, see, look, like that, that's a spell we can cast. God bless us, everyone. Getting a Dark Confidant here? Yeah, seems fine. I'm just gonna get a Batterskull. Holy shit, I discarded my Batterskull. Oh, man, it's gonna be an uphill battle, ladies and gentlemen. I think Kiki Cord is almost completely unplayable in Modern, and you probably shouldn't waste your time on it. If your deck can't Goldfish a turn 3 kill in Modern, you probably shouldn't play it at a competitive event. Just heart to heart. Heart to heart here from someone who used to really love Modern. If you can't Goldfish a turn 3 kill right now, you probably shouldn't show up. Take 4. Burn can Goldfish a turn 3 kill. I mean, I just assumed we were never going to cast this Batterskull, right? Like, we can't find a third land. Oh, yeah. Elvish Visionary Wyvert's about? That's totally beatable. That's fine. The Abzan deck is very good, and it can actually, with the Vizier combo, it can literally kill them on the third turn of the game. For all intents and purposes, gaining an arbitrarily large amount of life is effectively killing them. Holy God. I don't even know what to do with myself right now. This land makes black mana. What is even happening right now? It's a Bayou? Is that a land that's in my deck? That's so weird. Alright, let's cast this, escalate with 2 modes, kill something, take a card out of their hand, target you, kill you, discard this. Yes, I think the Counter's Company deck is just better. God, we're gonna die to this Deathrite Shaman. If you're unattractive, potato head, tell me. It's beauty with a warranty. Mrs. Potato Head, tell me. Surgery. Actually, funny, no joke. One of the matches I lost at the team tournament, I lost because I discarded a Batterskull on turn 2 to a Collective Brutality escalate against Storm, and they went off with Goblins and I didn't have a Batterskull to go get. We have Gaddock Teeg in play. Gaddock Teeg says they cannot play Natural Order. My Kithkin advisor is recommending against Natural Order. That's why Teeg's great. Please play out all of your things into this Toxic Deluge. Please play out all of your things into this Toxic Deluge. They attack with these Nettle Sentinels. We're crewing Smuggler's Copter with this, and then blocking with Teeg and Copter. They have Dryad Arbor, Birchlar Rangers in their hand. They could just draw Craterhoof Behemoth here and kill us. They did not draw Craterhoof Behemoth, God bless. Please attack me so I can loot. Yeah, Elves just like attacks us on an axis where a lot of our hate cards aren't particularly good. Deal. And like they're happy with this because they think they're pushing 2 points of damage because they think I don't want to trade this Teeg, but like I'm gonna Toxic Deluge away this Teeg next turn anyways, so am I? Yeah, I need to because I have to kill the... That's not what I want to do. I want to crew like this. That's how the Moto interface works. And this card loots when it blocks for some reason, because why not? Yes. I do not want that Thoughtseize. Let's even loot. Next turn we get to attack with this before we do anything. This is putting us to 4. This is putting us to 2. Oh, geez, are we just dead? Oh, God. Wait, they played Dryad Arbor as their line for the turn, right? Oh, they could diddle this and play Birchlaw Ranger and then make black mana? They already played their land for the turn, but they can play Birchlaw Ranger, and then that's going to be bad for us. Just actually just took too much damage from this Horizon Canopy. We're going to lose this game. God, that's such a tilt. Just like didn't make black mana soon enough and died. I guess I punted this game. I could have escalated that I could have escalated the Collective Brutality discarding this Dark Confidant and gaining some life, but I could have known that it was going to work out exactly like this, I don't think. So I don't think that's completely reasonable. Sure, man. Are they just killing us this turn? Oh, yeah, we're actually just dead, right? Like, they get another Quarian Ranger here, and they diddle this. Actually just dead. Well played, opponent. This matchup's so bad. So bad. Oh... Every format has so many unwinnable matchups in Magic. Can I just, like, have a good 55% deck? Probably just need to have Brainstorms and Forces and Legacy to be 55%, right? And we should look into the new Miracles deck, or an Esper Stoneblade list. Or we're just supposed to play Grixis Delver, right? Like, Grixis Delver is the 50% deck. That's probably the case. Like, I just gotta stop trying to play cards I like playing. It's unfortunate, but it's probably what's supposed to happen. Felt like maybe with this splash we get closer to being reasonable, but it's probably just not true. I mean, if I want to have fun, I should play Hex, right? God, just like... My Kingdom for a keepable 7. Oh, we should probably call it an early night, huh? Sure. One of these, these fetch lands technically crew the Smuggler's Copter. We're not even playing 4 Wastelands. We're playing 23 lands. We're not even playing 4 Wastelands, we're playing 23 lands. Oh, Magic Online. I'll have to Thoughtseize on top. If they're playing an unfair deck, we'll fetch, or we'll leave it on top. If they're doing something fair, we'll probably fetch it away. Could go either way here. Copter's great. Just like provide you with some card selection in colors that don't have it. And by that I mean we're probably idiots for playing Smuggler's Copter and we should just be playing like Brainstorms and Forces. Or we should just be like sneak attacking people, right? Like we should be doing something degenerate or we should be playing blue cards. I mean, this deck technically has 27 mana sources in it, right? And, like, even if you're, like, aggressive and don't count this as a mana source, like, we've got 4 Deathrite Shamans. Like, this deck's got more mana in it than, like, everything in Legacy that's not Nick Fit. Opponent's counting to figure out if we're dead. That sounds awful to play on Magic Online. Playing Food Chain on Magic Online in Legacy is like the Legacy equivalent of like playing Abzan Vizier. Just like a miserable life choice. Okay, so Ponder off Volk could go either way here. I think I'm going to err on the side of caution and grab, just like take the Thoughtseize and not fetch it away. Get basic Swamp, play another land, Thoughtseize through days. Just in case they are a Delver deck. Storm or Delver, what are you? Oh, Moto, please. Alright, so they are Delver. Okay. I guess we're taking their threat. I'm just going to go ahead and fetch a basic Plains now. A lot of these decks have been playing Stifle that have been doing well, so just do that. We're going to do our best to make this Daze not have a text box this game as well. Sure. Man, look at all the Copters. You're going to play a land, right? You have another Wasteland and a Delta in your hand? Alright, so they have 2 bolts in their hand. No, I don't really do any competitive video gaming. So, this way, if they want to kill both Copters, they have to fetch this Polluted Delta away and lose some value on that. They also often don't have a Badlands in their deck, so they might have to cut themselves off black to do that. If they bolt this, we'll crew this Copter with this Copter. Sure, Dryad Arbor's dead. Okay, that's fine. Traded a bunch of 1-for-1s here. We know 2 of their cards in hand are Wasteland and Daze right now, so we don't really care about those cards. I'm just going to fetch another basic Swamp here through around Stifle. If we draw, like... Actually, we don't have any double white cards in this main deck, do we? No, we don't. Look at that. That's just good deck building, Hoagland. Oh, you're right, Rogue. They didn't need to. Oh, they found a text box for their days. I love getting forced as a fair deck, 'cause they don't know either of the last two cards in their hand. They don't have black mana, though, so we've got that going for us. You just fine before I met you. Too much and I miss you, and I'm okay. Tell your friends it was nice to meet them. Correct. They could have used days to waste me off the canopy. But maybe they didn't have another blue card to pitch there. Like, they really don't want Jitte to resolve, right? Ooh, they didn't have a fetch. We brainstorm locked ourselves. Feels good. Some freebies here. I actually don't think I want to wasteland them here. Their second red source, second blue source doesn't really matter, and I'd like to cast this Batterskull at some point. Baby, pull me closer in the backseat of your Rover van. Now, do I play this around? No, we're just gonna... It's gonna legacy them, I think, since we drew another wasteland. Have fun. I'm sure they're going to draw out of it and we're going to brick off and die, but, you know, we have the moral victory. They had no permanence in play right now. They're getting older. That's like the purest of legacy, right? Just like it's turn 12 and one player doesn't have any permanence on their side of the table. Breaks your heart, moved to the city and I broke down crying. It's getting forced. If they felt like they paused on a force on the Deathrite Shaman. We have a fatal push here. Closer in the backseat of your Rover that I know you can. Are there any other good Dark Confidant decks in Legacy? This is really, like, we should probably just, like, build a blue Dark Confidant deck, right? Like, that's just what I want to be doing with my life. Alright, now for my next trick, my third Wasteland. Stoneforge, that'll do, pig. That'll do, pig. No, I said I wanted to play a... Ooh, they did have the force, and they chose not to force the Bob. Interesting. Yeah, I think we should work on a... We should work on, like, a Dark Confidant Brainstorm deck. Dark Confidant, Stoneforge, Snapcaster. Sign me up. Just a Deathrite Shaman deal. Roommate back in Boulder, we ain't never getting older. Another Bob Fadant. Plow this guy. I'm gonna play the second Bob out. If he runs into a daze, he runs into a daze. It's a little aggro, but whatever. Our 5 drops in our hand. We've only got 3s left in our deck. Yeah, I don't think you main the forces. You probably board the forces. Just immediately flip like running 3 drops. God, that's a... Oh, we flipped Thoughtseize with this. God. I am so good at bricking on lands tonight. Like, it's unreal. We are so good at bricking on lands. And we drew our other equipment here, too, so the Stoneforge just actually doesn't get anything. Right? We could die here. Maybe I'm supposed to have played the Liliana and Edicted myself. Oh, the decisions. Well, imagine as I'm pacing the pews in a church corridor and I... God bless you, Bobby. Damn it, Bob. Damn it, Bob. You're off the team. There's the Scrubland. Alright, so... Activate this. What a shame the poor Scroom's pride is a whore. I chimed in with a haven't you people ever heard of? Closing a goddamn door, no. It's much better to face these kinds of things. I chimed in, haven't you people ever heard of? What in the world? Seriously? God, we're gonna die to these Dark Confidants. I was gonna untap my lands and Liliana edict myself here. But now we're gonna die to these Dark Confidants because that's the bed we've made. I was like, well, if I play this and he kills it, that's not a big deal because I'm like I only have one Dark Confidant. So just like draws red source and bolt us. Champagne. I chimed in with a haven't you people ever heard of? Closing a goddamn door, no, it's much better to face these kinds of things. Yep. Don't want that land anyways. Okay, if we flip plow to the first bob, we're plowing this bob before the second trigger. Dead. Alright, come on, Bobby. That's a... Yep. Okay. I mean, I'm not dead yet. Oh, they're just dead, right? Please don't have a force. Please don't have a force. I guess we can't beat a Spell Pierce either. Can beat a Daze. God! Fuck! God, we're about to get bolted too. That's fine, Bob. We're dead to these Bobs. Rat-a-tat-tat. Rat-a-tat. My body is ready. Oh, it locked up because we died. It locked up because we fucking died. Oh, Magic Online. Ice. Literally died to ice. Next card's a land, of course. Oh, backup Batterskull's good in this matchup. Alright, off we go. Hey. Do we side out Bob for being a traitor? It's like we had so much go right that game, and then like we still just lost anyways. It's just this is the last league. This is the last league without brainstorms. This is the last league without brainstorms. In fact, let's just like crack this bad boy open, right? Never mind. JK LOL. Can't do two things in Magic Online. Definitely top 50, right? I'm not playing Grixis Delver. I'll just, like, stop playing Legacy before I play Grixis Delver. That sounds awful. Just, my Kingdom for a keepable 7, it's just, like, any point tonight. Just, maybe even 2 games in a row. I guess we've had, like, moderately keepable 7s at several points. But, like, yes, sign me up. Keeping the Deathrite Shaman means I can't fetch around Stifle, which feels bad. I mean, like, there's a reason why the guy with the most trophies is playing the Delver deck, right? Like, what percentage of it is it? 15% of the format is Delver. Like, 15% of the format is Grixis Delver. Another 6% is Sultai Delver. So, like, just like a solid 1/5 of the format is Delver decks. Twin died for less than that, right? I mean, like, you people keep recommending decks that just, like, get slaughtered by the Delver deck. Play this crappy combo deck that doesn't do well against a pile of interaction in Wasteland at a fast clock. Yeah, it sounds great to play against Deathrite Shaman. That graveyard-based combo deck. That sounds real good. Maybe if Magic Online was free. Magic Online is far from free, though. Magic Online is very expensive. The good news is, if we can just be a little bit luckier than last game, we can time them out in game 3. What's going on, Aaron? Thanks for hanging out. I mean, High Tide's just like another deck that gets gobbled up by Delver, right? Sneak Attack also doesn't have a fantastic Delver matchup, for reference. Everwave. I mean, like, if it's 20% of the format, like, you should expect to play it. Yeah, probably. Am I just, like, trying to kill this? I'm probably just trying to kill this. That's probably correct. No, Legacy's a lot like Modern. Like, people just, like, play whatever they want, and they, like, occasionally flip enough heads that they do well. Yeah, the problem with lands is that, like, after Delver, Ad Nauseam, Tendrils, and Sneak and Show make up the next 15% of the format. So, like, those are bad matchups for lands. Daze me. Yeah, but, like, you have to understand, like, so a Jund deck, like, you're only gonna play Delver like one in 5 matches, right? Like, $24 lands is a lot of lands for Legacy. That's a Magic card that's completely and totally beatable from our side of the board. Oh, baby, we drew another Collective Brutality. Kill that one, please. God bless us, everyone. I don't know. Lands is a combo deck. The lands decks today are just like turbo. They're mostly like turbo Dark Depths decks. Whoa, whoa. Land still. All right, I'm looking it up now. You have me intrigued, Burgle. I'm looking. Look at that. All right, let's check what's going on with this Tidehollow Sculler. Oh, I hate playing against Force of Will. I just like not get countered by your free spell one time. You demons and all the non-believers. The plans that... Can you not flip here? If you don't flip here, that would be really good for me. I would appreciate it. I'll leave you a phantom to lead you in the summer. Are we thinking about bolting my Tidehollow Sculler and then brainstorming in response to this trigger? Be aggressive. Not completely unreasonable, but definitely aggressive. Reveals Lightning Bolt. Yep, that's... Moto, please. Yep. Well, you know, I guess. I feel like we're losing this race. Anyone else? I feel like we're losing this race. And they have a Force of Will to counter our thing. I'm pretty sure I have to 2-for-1 myself to kill this Delver here. Pretty sure. And by that I mean we're gonna get forced and then feel real bad about ourselves. So then we're dead in 2 to this. We're just like dead to a red source next turn. Oh, alright. Gurmag Angler. And they have a force, so we can't... Yeah, we're just dead. And they have a force that we know about here. Maybe they mess up and force this. Guess we can chump with this, and then they force this, and then we draw a removal spell for this. Just get dazed. This is getting forced. Force pitching probe. Good. So they have another force that we know about. Alright. Means after we chump with this Bob, the removal spell we draw is going to get forced. Even if I say it'll be alright, still I hear you say you want to end your life. Oh. Good. For the love of God, just a keepable 7. Keepable 6? Like... keepable 5? Yes. Yep. Top. If I say it'll be alright. The 7 was keepable with a fetch, I agree. With basic swamp, that hand could just, like, literally do nothing. I don't think we can rely on our opponent to play a fetch land for us. I don't know anything about Worth. Even if I say it'll be alright, still I hear you say to end your life. We try to just stay alive. Bayou. Scrubland. So, I mean, like, a hand like that, you look at that opening hand and you go, what are the odds, like, we just, like, don't get to play Magic with this hand, or there's a non-zero chance you just, like, don't get to play Magic with that hand. So, like, when you're at 7 cards, if your hand has a chance to just not get to play Magic at all, you probably shouldn't keep it at 7 cards. That being said, you will never lose a game because you mulligan to 5 if you always keep 7. That's just factually correct. It's just good advice, really. So maybe we're supposed to keep that there, but the actual answer is almost certainly a mulligan. Ponder's almost a fair and balanced card at 2. I agree. I understand mathematics. It's a good ball again. I know what a hypergeometric distribution is and how to use it. The hypergeometric distribution says you're miserable with that hand more often than you're not. And, like, that's one of the reasons why mulliganing in Magic sucks, right? Like, on. I feel like we're going to end up playing some Hex before the night is over, just so I can, like, have keepable 7s and keepable 6s. I'm probably just supposed to Sculler them here, right? Did they shuffle that Ponder? Chose not to shuffle. Yeah, 10 out of 10 have to play the discard spell here after choosing not to shuffle. Try and not die. Oh. Ooh, definitely need to now. Huh. That's a touch hawk. Am I just supposed to take the Emrakul here? I feel like there's a show and tell on top of their deck. There's a show and tell on top of their deck. Taking the Emrakul is in my best interest. Yeah, I agree. They chose not to shuffle their Ponder, so I feel like they have a cantrip up. Oh, I'm begging you to keep on, no. Begging you to keep on. And I remember, even with sneak attack on top. Okay, yep, good take on the Emrakul. I would like to take your Ponder away, please. Attack my hateful little bears. I can't sleep. Dive in deep. I'm going to Wasteland their Ancient Tomb here, and the reason why I'm doing this is this means if they draw a cantrip next turn, they're going to have to use the mountain to play the cantrip, and they won't be able to sneak attack with it. Oh, I guess the Smuggler's Copter would have been lethal. I didn't think about that. Technically give them an extra draw here. I mean, like, the regular Sneak and Show plays some Omniscience in it because Omniscience lets them beat, what's it called? Death and Tax is a little bit easier. Probably about time for a Magic Online lockup. We knew they had Flusterstorm in hand, Max. Inquisition in, Surgical in, Thalia, Council's Judgment, Sir Teaglesworth, Jitte out, Plows. I don't know how I feel about Plow in this matchup. I feel about Copter versus Sylvan Library. Copter's probably better. Stoneforge? That seems fine. So, like, not always. So, one of the ways we can win this matchup is because we have the discard, we can, like, Thoughtseize an Emrakul and then Surgical the Emrakuls, and then, like, the Plows are reasonable against the Gristlebrands that are left in their deck. Seems okay. Thalia's a little medium in this matchup. We're asking for keepable 7s. It's definitely, like, keepable. I think it's close in this matchup. If they keep 7, I might mulligan. They mulligan. I might keep this if they mulligan. I'm gonna fetch a basic swamp here. In case they Blood Moon us next turn. By that I mean they're gonna show and tell and then kill us next turn. You know, details. They kept a hand without a cantrip. Where'd they put their card? From their scry. Put a card on top. Oh yeah, certainly did. Show and tell in this Dark Confidant. Oh, yep. Yep. How dead are we? Probably pretty dead. Yep. Guess I should have put in Thalia. Dark Confidant's better if they put in Emrakul, because then it gives us 2 draws at a Liliana the Veil. Also gives us 2 draws at Council Judgment. That hand's probably not keepable. Probably just not keepable. Man, Dread of Night. They just don't make hate cards like they used to, huh? Three, 4. I mean, Legacy's full of games like that where you're just like, yeah, they had it. You know, you just gotta roll it off. If you're not okay with your opponent just having it, you really can't play formats like Legacy and Modern. Like the formats are just like riddled with draws where you're just like, oh, yep, we're dead. This probably isn't keepable. Put an also mulligan though. If you're on the draw, I think I'd keep this. When the play, I'm gonna mulligan. Yep, Sand does stuff, I guess. Bottom of land. Na 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 na. Yep, opponent playing out Lotus Petals aggressively. It's smart. They know we're a Thalia deck. Again, I'm gonna go ahead and fetch up my basic swamp here, so that way. Am I supposed to get the plains actually? Yeah, I'm gonna get the plains so we can cast Council's Judgment, but this helps us play through a potential Blood Moon. That's not one I can Wasteland. Yep. I mean, like, the Storm player's down 4 cards there, right? Like, Revoker and LED, you could probably go to town. Na, 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 na. I mean, at least I get to put the Smuggler's Copter into play, right? Get that going for me. perfect. God, holy shit. Remember that time I didn't put a land into play? God, I'm dumb. I can't cast this because I have Thalia in play. I would have been able to if I would have, I think I'm going to bin the Bayou here and then play the Sculler. Yep. I think putting in the Copter's right there. I don't know, that's close. I guess double Cunning Wish. Well, I guess I'm taking a Cunning Wish. Nope, need to fade a draw step here. And I guess we need to hit a land next turn, technically, but we get 2 shots at that. The good news is, like, if we hit a land in these 2 draws, a non-Dryad Arbor land, we can... Alright, yep, that's a Wasteland. Okay, this one, yeah. Always loot. They drew Flusterstorm or Force here. They could protect the sneak attack, but otherwise they'll be in a pretty good spot. Yeah, that's true. No, he has Cunning Wish X. What's X? This card's so good. This card's so good. Can I just, like, talk about how good Council Judgment is for a moment? It's just, like, so super flexible. Sure. Yeah, right? It, like, gets past Shroud, and it gets past, kills Planeswalkers. Yeah, I remember that. You had to guess what your opponent named, and sometimes when you were the person playing Council Judgment, you played mind games and pick, like, their second or third best card, so they'd vote for their best card, and you'd get both of them. It does kill True Nemesis, you're not wrong. They can probably get, like, Kozilek's return here, right? And actually, like, kill a lot of our stuff. Also have Smuggler's Copters left. And we get to, like, Wasteland them, but our board's dead. Thankfully, 6 is a nice even dies to 2 Smuggler's Copter attacks number. Sinner, touch us. Mouse. Go. Each player votes for an non-land permanent you don't control. Exile each permanent with the most votes or tied for the most votes. Looks like they're going to win this fair and square. I should restart Magic Online probably, right? Good time to plug the sponsors. I can say thank you to everyone for hanging out here tonight while we play some Magic Online. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I am a TCG player and content producer. You landed here at my Twitch page. If you're enjoying what you see, I'd encourage you to show support. Use that follow button there on your screen. It doesn't cost you anything. It helps other people find my work. You can also support my content a couple different ways past that by subscribing on Twitch or becoming a patron on Patreon. You can also support my content by supporting my sponsors here, mtgotraders.com. Would love to buy and sell Magic Online cards with you. If you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout, you'll save 8% on your orders. InkedGaming.com does all sorts of sweet customization stuff. They have custom playmats. I really need to keep one of my custom playmats in here. I have a couple of them from them actually. It's really, really good quality stuff. You use code Jeff12 at checkout there to save 12% on your orders. mtgcardmarket.com buys and sells physical Magic cards. You can also find all of my written content published there. I had an article go up this morning talking about Black-White Stoneblade in Legacy, actually. And then the last sponsor there is sparedeck.com. They rent physical, standard, and modern decks. You can rent a deck for a weekend or up to an entire month. And Magic Online is loaded, and we got a match. Let's get back to it. Holy God. That's a keepable 7. Well, golly. That's a keepable 7. I'm sure we're about to die before we get a second turn, but I would like the record to reflect the 7 was keepable. God, DeRoss. Oh, God, we're going to die without getting a second turn. Oh, you here and now. Nothing fair starts with duress, for reference, for those that aren't familiar with Legacy. Can we draw Thoughtseize on one? I mean, the Teeg is very good against Storm, if we get a turn 2. Actually, I actually have a second. I have the cards for 2 decks right now, kind of, because they have so much overlap. I don't know that I actually like the green splash in this deck. I think it just adds Deathrite Shaman is basically air a lot of the time, especially in the mid to late game. So I'm not sure I actually like the green splash. I think I'm gonna go back to just playing black-white here. What is wrong with this Lingering Souls? It's so miscolored. Oh, we're doing it, fam. We're doing it. Are we doing it? I think we might be doing it, fam. Opponent's just sliding out of their chair because we drew this Thoughtseize. Oh. Huh. That's not a Storm deck. That's a Dark Depths deck. I'm just taking this Lotus Petal away from them, right? So they can't Sylvan Scrying for a green source. Hope to date it for you in the dark. Yeah, Sculler's been great. It's a discard spell that, God bless America, my country 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Discard spells are so tilting. Just so tilting. We tried, fam. We tried. Alright, well, I guess we're just playing this Dark Confidant and hoping to find a Swords of the Plowshares for this 2020 that's going to happen here shortly. One good top deck deserves another. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Just slug them back and forth here. So we've got Double Crop, Stage, Dark Depths. Little while longer. I guess we can draw Wasteland 2 here. Snow, wow. Maybe I'm supposed to fetch to thin there. That's very possible. Clearer. Alrighty. Attack with us. Just the way you are. I'm actually going to get Umezawa's Jitte here. Because we can if Bob is kind, we can gain enough life with this to survive a hit from a 2020. You are nobody using the you that you are. Nobody likes in the life we live in. Was Stoneforge ever legal in Modern? It wasn't, right? Was this on the initial ban list? I actually don't remember. I wasn't playing competitive Magic when Modern was first introduced. I mean, I don't even think turn 3 Batterskull is that good in Modern, right? Wasteland? Nice job not doing it during my upkeep before I could play it out, opponent. Now you're gonna have to wait a turn. Now you're gonna have to wait a turn. Get along. Sure, but like they don't know we have a Liliana. Dark Confidant revealed Wasteland. Divine power and control. We have another Dark Depths. So you're just gonna go for it now and then go for it again next turn. It's unfortunate. So because they have this other Dark Depths in hand, they're just gonna go for it now and then go for it again next turn. Yeah, right? All the decks I loved out of Valakut. Weird. Why wouldn't you? And they drew a land, of course. So we're going to lose our Jitte now. Maybe I'm not supposed to play the Scholar so I can get the Jitte out. I feel like they're just supposed to, like, pull the trigger there and then, like, play the second Dark Depths out of their hand. Weird. This sequencing doesn't make a lot of sense. I am weak. I am weak. Oh, I guess they get to crop rotate this now? You know they have a crop rotation in their hand and a duress. Sure, I guess that's a thing. No, once it's there, no. Right? That's how that works? You gotta kill it in response to them targeting it, right? Why not kill the stage? That's a good point, Lutz. Because we know they have another Dark Depths in their hand. Like if I kill the stage, they just rotate it, right? And like we're up a creek either way there. There's more removal in Modern. Modern's more creature-based. They might just make it 20/20 here, which does leave them exposed to Liliana, which would be nice for us. Alright, we got 3 Lilianas and 4 Plows. 2 draws at 7 hits. Plow is obviously less good, but still acceptable. It's been one of those nights. It's been one of those nights. Gosh. There it was. Okay. Copter is also a pseudo out? Yeah. Is that how that works? I'm gonna look up Dark Depths right now. I don't actually know the answer to that. I thought you're supposed to kill it in response. Sacrifice it. If you do... Okay, yeah, I guess you're right. If you don't sacrifice it... Okay, yeah, that's correct. Yeah, you kill it, you wait for it to be the Dark Depths, and then you kill it. It says if you sacrifice it, so if it's destroyed, it's not being sacrificed. So, that's fair. Teeg doesn't seem very good here. Thalia doesn't seem very good here. Council's Judgment seems fine, because there's going to be a lot of situations where they pull the trigger like they did that game, and then we get to get them with it. I don't know if I want Rest in Peace this matchup. They're probably a loam deck, right? Collective Brutality probably isn't particularly good. Teeg stops not of this world. I don't know that I want to play around that one. Kaya blinks the token. Yeah, I guess that is technically true. Expect Pithy Nails. Already brought in the Judgments. Not a loam deck. Okay, I'll cut the Rest in Peace. Thank you for pointing out when we're supposed to Wasteland that. I haven't actually played a fair deck against Stage Depths in... I don't think I've ever played a fair deck against Stage Depths, actually. By the time this combo was in Legacy, I was pretty much on my let's just do unfair things kick. Which we're quickly heading back towards. If we were just, like, playing Blood Moons and Chalices, our opponent could just never win the game. Holy God, that's a keepable 7. Lordy, lordy. This deck list actually isn't posted below the stream. Tweet at Magic Online and tell them to add an API to their piece of software, and at some point it'll happen automatically, but it's a lot of work. Paper streams are a lot of work, and my local playtest group basically completely fell apart at this point. So I don't know that paper's going to happen. And like paper's a lot of work for, like, you have to work 3 times as much to get a product that's half as good. So, like, I'm not sure that paper streams are really worthwhile. It's just like the TLDR. Alright, well, I mean, I guess we're on the Take the Lotus Petal plan again, right? That's a good draw. Okay, just want to get Dark Confidant going here. He attacks and draws cards. God bless. Sylvan Library Bob sounds great. Do I want to just Wasteland them? I feel like I want to just Wasteland them. That's probably loose. Just gonna leave this up. Have we actually triggered Library so far? I don't think we have, actually. We've mostly just been getting, like, run out of games. I don't think we've played anything nearly grindy enough for Library to have had a relevant text box. So are you ready for Sylvan Library before Bob to look deeper? No, I don't think so. I mean, yep, it seems fine. It's got a Wasteland, it's got a Plow, it's got a Thoughtseize, it's got a Bob. Holy crap, this was back-to-back keepable 7s. Things are looking up, Worth. Things are looking up. Opponent also kept 7. Deal. Sure. My Wastelands are no longer magic cards. Get a Scrubland. Scrubba-dub-dub-dub. Hopefully kept a weak hand based on that. Deluge, Expedition Map. I'm just going to take their Thoughtseize here. Just not let them have the information here. I'm going to play this a jury step in the Expedition Map here. Need you draw land. That's an awful metric. This card's more fair than Strip Mine. Oh god, don't name Marsh Flats. He's gonna name Marsh Flats, I can feel it. Oh, God bless. Just look at these Marsh Flats in my hand like, oh god. Oh god. I think I'd much rather just play this out. This is probably getting deluged, but I think this one alone will draw out deluge, whereas this one might not. They don't have an untapped land here, they can't deluge us this turn. How has magic affected my marriage? I don't know. Probably not any more or different. And like, so when you ask me that question, like, how has magic affected my marriage? Like, I'm kind of in a unique situation for magic compared to most people. Like, magic is considered a source of income for me. So like, it's different than it would be for most people. Like, most people can't consider magic a source of income, right? That's annoying. We took your Thoughtseize for a reason, opponent. Alright, let's draw a discard spell and take this deluge away from them. So long, Swords to Plowshares, my old friend. I guess if we get Council's Judgment this turn, we can kill the Expedition map. Hold on to me, 'cause I'm a little unsteady. Little unsteady. Yeah, magic has damaged many of my wife's board games. It's funny when the non-magic playing friends are like, why are all your board games sleeved, like all of the cards? And she's like, well, you just need to watch Jeff play sometime, and then you'll understand why everything we have is sleeved. It's like, oh, she's not wrong. Well, we drew a brick and then we drew another brick. I guess we'll attack with Bob. We'll play the Stoneforge Mystic out and probably a fetch land. Do I even want to play the Stoneforge Mystic out? I guess I know he has the Deluge in his hand. I think I'm actually just going to play this Horizon Canopy out here, because if he kills the Dark Confidant, I want to just draw a card with the Canopy, I think. Yeah, one of these bricks cantrips at some point. Yeah, you're not wrong. You got that going for us. They might just Deluge the Bob here, I think. Quest Dub, thanks for all the quality content. Thank you for the new Twitch Prime subscription. I do appreciate that. Subscriptions are one of the best ways you can support my content as individuals. So thank you and welcome. I'm just going to crack this now. You feel like flying. You love me, don't let go. Oh. I guess I'm playing this other. Start by attacking for 2. What nets me the most cards here? You know they have a Toxic Deluge in their hand. So, like, if I play out the second Bob, are they going to deluge the 2 Bobs, so then I get a draw step next turn plus a draw step the following turn, so that gives me 2 cards. If I play out the Stoneforge Mystic, I think I'm supposed to play out the Stoneforge Mystic here. I think I'm getting 2 looks regardless. This is what happens when you get a keepable 7, right? Karma's a fucking bitch, right? Keepable 7. The only spells we've drawn this game are these surgical extractions. I guess we drew the Stoneforge Mystic, right? I was so excited about the keepable 7 too. So excited. It's just me, myself, and I. Solo ride until I die. 'Cause I got me for life. Ooh. I got that fire in my soul. Yeah, it's basically just plow at this point, right? Yeah, plow. Lily and Kaya don't do it because they're going to wait and do it at my end step. They deluging. Solo ride until I die, 'cause I got me for life. A lot of those outs are assuming my opponent's making the thing on... Yep, sweet. Knew that was coming. Track this fetch since we're well below the 20 life point threshold anyways. Just... Alright, 2 shots. Hope they fuck up, I guess. We are just dead on board here, just for reference. Bum, bum, ba, bum. Ba, 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 bum, 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 ba, bum. I mean, if he's gonna block with the Merit Liege after seeing the Liliana the Veil, he's like, yeah, we're just going for it here. More power to him, I guess. I mean, this is game 3 and we're done. We're dead and gone. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up for the night, guys and gals. Thanks for hanging out. Probably a blue cards in our Legacy deck next time you see me play here, if we're playing Legacy. Peace.